Hey everybody, Drunken Master Paul here, and today I'm going to do something a little bit unusual because it's my channel and everything's a little bit unusual because I always make this stuff up as I go and at the last minute, and I don't know what's going to happen until I stand here, I turn that on, and I start flapping my lips. Let's go on the ride together. What I'm going to do for you is a candied Scotch egg and a cocktail to go with it. Sound good? Sound bad? Sound disgusting? Let's find out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Drunken Master Paul, he can do it all. Drunken Master Paul.
Right, for those of you that don't know what a Scotch egg is, it's a Scottish delicacy, I guess. I don't know if it's actually Scottish or if it's an Americanized Scottish thing, but they're very, very tasty and pretty much a heart attack in wee grenade form. All it is a hard-boiled egg, wrapped in sausage, coated in breadcrumbs, and deep fried. Yeah, I guess you're right here. Actually, right about here. That's where the aorta breaks off, isn't it? Now, to do the candy version, all you need is, for the egg, you use a Cadbury Cream Egg. For the sausage, we use Brownie. And then for the breadcrumbs, we just use graham cracker crumbs. Put together the same way, except we won't be deep frying this. Although we could. That'll be another episode. How am I going to do that? Well, it's messy, it's delicious, it's packed with sugar, and I'm not going to do it here in the monkey bar. So let's cut to DMP Test Kitchen. Okay, the first thing you need to do is make a butt ton of brownies. Now, you could make it from scratch if that's your idea of a good time, but I'm just going to use a classic brownie mix. Just follow the instructions on the back, bake them, and brownies! So while you're waiting for that to cool down, it's time to make some graham cracker crumbs. Gotta get your steps in. And there we go. All right, in order to make a candy Scotch egg, you need, of course, eggs. In this case, we're gonna be using some Cadbury Cream Eggs. Of course, this one isn't open yet, but we can fix that. See? Of course, we need to unwrap this bad boy, which is pretty easy, actually. Right, time to set up our candied Scotch egg assembly line. Set our lovely eggs there. And we have our breadcrumbs, which is actually the graham cracker crumbs. Sausage! Brownies, of course. I may have gotten a little bit hungry. Bitch. Now, basically what we're gonna do is take these, wrap them in that, roll them in that. Need another bowl. There we go. This is gonna get messy. Just grab one. And there really isn't a delicate way to do this, so don't be delicate. Get on in there. Take your egg and just smush it in there. Kind of keep grabbing brownie, just packing it around the egg. Here you go, till it's vaguely egg-shaped. It looks like somebody's eaten it once already. After that, take the breadcrumbs and just roll it on in there. There's a little more shaping. Now your hands don't stick to it as much. A little more graham cracker crumbs. And there you go. Perfect little candy Scotch egg. Let's do 3 more. And there we go. 4 candied Scotch eggs. DMP, did you just use an entire pan of brownies to make those 4 eggs? No, I did not. I left the crunchy quarter bits for me. Nom, 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 nom. So here you go, my lovelies. 4 candy Scotch eggs. I don't know if they're really candy or not. They're fudgy and delicious. Maybe you call them fudgy eggs. So, we need a cocktail to cut that. Just the one. What we're gonna do is my take on the Robroy. Now, Robroy is basically a Manhattan made with Scotch instead of rye, or bourbon, which is pretty much what we're gonna do, except I'm gonna add just a couple little twists, little things. Scotch, Scotch eggs, Scotch, yeah, you get it, you're very smart. Right, so the first thing we need is some ice and a glass. Second thing we need is some ice. So a Robroy is Scotch, vermouth, bitters, stirred and chilled, served up, usually with a cherry. Now, I can do something very similar, but just a couple of changes here and there because, hey, it's me and I just can't leave things alone. So we're still gonna use vermouth, but I'm also gonna add some Amaro. Now this is really lovely liqueur. It's kind of a bitter liqueur with a little bit of sweet. It's kind of dark. I like it. Amaro, Amaro, I'll drink you Amaro. Now for the Scotch, of course I'm going to use Macallan 18. Macallan 18 is kind of my go-to for making just cocktails and just weird stuff I'm going to do an experiment with. It's a lovely Scotch, and there's no way in hell I'm going to use Macallan 18. Nope, not going to happen. I'm yanking you. It's, no, this is my Macallan. This is for sipping quietly on my own in the basement. What we're really going to use is something that's still kind of mid-upper shelf that I really like. We're going to use my Glenfiddich. Now this is my Glenfiddich Special Reserve, and it's very tasty. I didn't want to go bottom shelf on this, like Cutty Sark or something like that. I want to be good, so we're going to use my Glenfiddich. Okay, so let's put it together. Glenfiddich. Now let's do the vermouth. Now normally it's a 2-to-1 ratio with the vermouth, but so I'm going to be using the Amaro. I'm just going to use a half a shot of the vermouth. For the Amaro, I will use 3/4 of a shot. Let's do that. And of course, some bitters. Bam, bam, bam. Time to stir. Right, so you should probably put it in the glass. Just drinking out of this with a straw would be in character. Strainy thing! Strainy thing. Traditionally, this is garnished with a cherry, but I like orange, and so I'm gonna do a little orange. I'm gonna do a twist, just like we did last summer. There we go. And there you have it, DMP's take on the Robroy, which I'm just going to call a dark Robroy, because the Amaro adds a little bit of darkness, a little bit of midnight to it that I really like. And I know I've been eyeballing these things, and they're calling my name. I should have used insulin in this. 2 parts Scotch, 1 part insulin before I ate these things. But let's try the cocktail first. Oh, that's lovely. That is just lovely. The smokiness of the Scotch goes with the bitterness of the Amaro so nicely. And I didn't want to use too much Amaro because I didn't want that to, it's a strong flavor. I didn't want it to overpower the Scotch. And that is really unexpectedly better than I thought it was going to be. And no, I didn't make this one before I shot the video. I do that a lot of my videos. I come up with an idea and I just make it and drink it, and you guys are the second to know. All right, I've been putting this off long enough. Let's try one of these bad boys. All right, here we go. I'll be with you in a minute. It's good. It actually is really good. As expected, there's a lot of sugar happening here. But it's brownie wrapped around milk chocolate, wrapped around the happy, gooey cream center of a Cadbury egg wrapped in graham crackers. I mean, what's not to love? Oh, definitely need to cut it a bit. It's actually really good. Honestly, it's not as huge of a sweet bomb as I expected. It's sweet. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot going on there. But it isn't like eating cotton candy sweet. I think the dark chocolate brownie, helps with that a lot. But yeah, it's actually quite tasty. I would make those again. I'd make one of these again too. You definitely need the dark Robroy to cut it though. So there you have it. The candy Scotch egg and a dark Robroy. It's actually a really good pairing. I like it a lot. I want to make the candy Scotch egg for a long time. I thought it was a great idea. And then be able to make up a cocktail to go with it, well, that's just a ton of fun too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I really hope that a bunch of kilted, crazed Scotsmen with claymores don't break down the door and chop me in half for doing this. It's happened before. Yes, go ahead.
Hey, CMP, Skip Trial Drinking Gamer Weekly. Would you consider this a Gamer Eats episode?
Would I consider this a Gamer Eats episode? No, I wouldn't. Reason being is a couple reasons. One, Metal Jesus isn't here because it's not a Gamer Eats episode without my buddy Metal Jesus Rocks. And second, the idea behind the original Gamer Eats was that we would make things that you could eat while gaming that wouldn't go up your hands and mess up your controller. And I guarantee you, these things will just completely fuck up your controller if you try to eat these. You'd be wired for the night. You'd be able to play Fallout until the wee hours. But no, I wouldn't consider this a Gamer Eats episode. Yes, you?
Munch McCooch, any comment? When are you going to do another Gamer Eats?
When will I do a Gamer Eats episode? Great question. Well, as you all know, episodes are determined by the algorithmic processes. What determines the content being put out by flea-bitten weasels and other people not unlike myself. We'll do the Gamer Eats episodes when the constraints are aligned and once that construct is polymerized, while at the same time pursuing, we will most definitely get around to doing Gamer Eats episodes along with the constitutional requirements of making stuff up so I don't have to actually answer questions. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.